Home and community-based services training. Individuals receiving Medicaid home and community-based services must have every opportunity to live with the same rights, freedoms, and degree of self-determination, and have the opportunity to integrate within their community as anyone not receiving Medicaid home and community-based services. HCBS members must have the opportunity to live as freely and independently as you and me. Our vision centers on a Virginia where individuals of all ages and abilities have the supports needed to enjoy the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the opportunity to have a good life. This vision includes that all people have the opportunities and supports needed to live a good life in their own homes and communities, and that a good life is best led by the voice of the individual. Individuals will be integrated and support access to the greater community, provide opportunities to seek employment and work in competitive integrated settings, facilitate individual choice regarding services and supports and who provides them, ensure an individual's rights of privacy, dignity, respect, and freedom from coercion and restraint, be selected by the individual from among setting options, including non-disability specific settings, participate in the person-centered planning process, provide opportunities to seek employment and work in competitive integrated settings, facilitate individual choice regarding services and supports and who provides them, be selected by the individual from among setting options, including non-disability specific settings. Individuals should have a lease or other legally enforceable agreement, privacy in bedroom with lockable doors, choice of roommates, freedom to furnish and decorate the unit, freedom and support to control schedules and activities, access to food anytime, right to have visitors at any time, have an accessible environment. Presumed competence is a strengths-based approach that assumes people with disabilities have the ability to learn, think, and understand. This includes the ability to make choices, maybe even choices that their supports, natural and paid, disagree with, determine their own goals, and be the person in charge of their life path. Lease/residency agreement. Individuals should have a lease or other legally enforceable agreement. Follow the VA Landlord-Tenant Act. Address eviction procedures. Not be in conflict with HCBS agency policies. Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development. Privacy in bedroom and lockable doors. Doors should have locks with keys, but keypad locks are acceptable if an individual is able to use a keypad lock. Staff and other individuals knock before entering and wait for permission to access. Doors can be closed when the individual is in their room. An individual can use the phone, computer, etc. in the privacy of their room with the door closed. If a room is shared, the individuals must choose with whom they share the room. Freedom to furnish and decorate the unit. Examples include bedroom paint color, bedspreads, decor, pictures, furniture, TVs, technology, etc. The individual should be asked for their preference in decorating the room. If the individual shows no specific interest in decorations, then the residential provider should strive to decorate the individual's room in a manner that fits the individual's personality/interests, and not only the interests or preferences of the provider, family, etc. Individuals should be able to wake up and sleep when they want, choose to stay home or go on outings, have the option to use public transportation instead of the van, participate in preferred activities in and out of the home, freedom and support to control schedules and activities. Individuals should have access to food at any time, eat what, when they want, and where they want. Individuals should have some input in menu choices and have the ability to choose to eat something different than what is on the menu. Individuals should have the choice to eat earlier or later than established meal times and have a snack when they want. The right to have visitors at any time. Ability to have overnight visitors. Visitors are not limited to family. Visitors can be friends, co-workers, and significant others. Visitors do not need to be prescreened or have a background check, and have a key to the entrance door of your home. Right to an accessible home. Ability to access all common areas, bedroom and bathroom, accessible entrances and exits of the home. As a reminder, the right to an accessible environment cannot be modified. Person-centered individual support plans, PCISP, for individuals must reflect the services and supports that are important for the individual's identified needs and preferences. An individual's written PCISP must reflect that the setting was the individual's choice and is integrated in and supportive of full access of the individual to the greater community. Reflect the individual's strengths and preferences. Reflect clinical and support needs that have been identified through a functional needs assessment. Include individually identified desired outcomes and support activities. Reflect the paid/unpaid services/supports and providers of such services/supports that will assist the individual to achieve identified goals. Reflect risk assessment, mitigation, and backup planning. Be understandable, e.g., linguistically, culturally, and disability considerate, to both the individual receiving HCBS and the individual's support system. Identify the individual and/or entity responsible for monitoring the PCSP. With the written, informed consent of the individual, be finalized, agreed to, and signed by all individuals/providers responsible for implementation of the PCSP. Be distributed to the individual and others involved in the PCSP. Prevent service duplication and or the provision of unnecessary services/supports.